Hey guys, welcome to TooFab. I am Greg, and I am so excited, happy to be talking to Shankar, the producer of my favorite movie of the year, Bodied, and one of the stars, Dizaster, who is one of the scariest battle rappers I've ever seen. I know that makes me sound very white, but that's okay.
Yeah, and the thing that which was amazing with that Eminem said was, this is the film that he would show his daughter about battle rap. It's literally what Eminem said. This is the movie I would show my daughter to show her what battle rap is.
It just mirrors the world. Like, battle rap is a reflection of everything going on in society.
Let me ask you guys this. Even though you worked in the movie, what was your takeaways from watching the movie?
Well, I mean, for me, like, it was showing how, like, hypocritical and thin-skinned society is, you know? Like, it's we're saying stuff that everybody jokes about with their friends all the time. Like, it's normal stuff. But people, when they get in public, it's this, they put on this fucking face, you know? And I think battle rap just shows, like, we're all like brothers and sisters, like, at the end of the day, and everyone's like human, and it's competition. That's what it's about. And having thick skin and not being a pussy. That's the
I don't feel like the movie necessarily has a cohesive takeaway that is universal. I think it's one of those, like any piece of art, any good piece of art, it's open to interpretation, absolutely.
But I'm curious about what your interpretation is, even though you're a producer, yeah.
Right, and you know, but again, just on that point, it's kind of using that Socratic method of asking a lot of questions, asking probing questions that are deeper than your kind of blanket general cookie cutter Hollywood ending. And I think also a lot of it has to do with the frame of mind you're in when you start watching the film, because again, it doesn't give you like a clear cut answer. It's
there's nice tastes of different kind of social commentary, but it doesn't jam a message down your throat.
Yeah.
What was your interpretation of that ending?
Of that part?
Yeah, for Adam's character, like what happens to him in your mind?
I mean, I know what the answer is. Because,
so you go first.
All right, I'll go first. For me, like, he's not a hero. You know what I'm saying? And this is definitely not going. This is spoiler part.
Yeah,
right?
This will not be.
And like, I went through a lot of emotions about that, because it just shows you how much people see things on the surface without analyzing things for what they are. This movie is a movie you need to watch tons of times, I think, to really get the ending. But the first time I watched it, I was like, this fucker just walking right in here with his silver spoon and just gonna beat all of us, because we're real battlers at the end of the day that have struggled doing this. And I'm not like the average person that's like, oh, white man wins, I'm mad. No, it's okay for a white guy to be the hero. Just, he has to do it the right way, like justify it, right? So the way I seen it when we were battling, I felt like I got robbed. I felt like I won that battle. I won that battle.
I was gonna ask you that.
He barely had one. Hey, first of all, you can't still rap after you get punched. Like, you finished, bro. Like, you just got punched. But anyways, he sacrificed everything, right? Like, as far as him, not just me. I'm talking about him right now, without the jokes. He's a piece of shit, and he's not a hero. The hero, the real hero of the story is actually Ben Grimm, because Ben Grimm is the guy that pretty much gives him everything, schools him, gives him all the love, brings him in. He's the one that runs the culture. He's the guy. Yeah. And at the end of the day, he makes him walk away from something he loved, because he was such a piece of shit to where he wanted to go back home. So to me, I felt more attached to Ben when he was leaving as a human being. I was with Ben when he walked away, which I'm pretty sure most people are, than how I used to see it, like, oh, Ben lost, what a gimp, like, this fool Adam won, you know what I'm saying?
So on initial viewings, that's what you thought?
Initial viewings, you'll see it on a surface way and get this feeling from it, like, this guy's a white privileged kid that for sure is walking, or you'll get the feeling like, oh, Hollywood wants a white guy to win. That's really what you're gonna get, because as a person, you're watching it, you're not thinking about all those things. You're thinking this is a movie, Hollywood, of course the white guy wins. But it's like really not what it's saying.
But yeah, but he did not win at all.
Exactly.
In fact,
and to be honest
he
with
lost.
You, there is no winner announcement in it. Like, another thing is, you got to see how how people are so, how am I gonna say this? They're like not biased, but they're so like fragile with their thoughts, because they're the ones that are claiming that Adam won. Because Adam never won. The battle didn't have a decision. It actually turned into a 2-on-2 in the middle of the battle. Remember? They were battling, and then suddenly it turned into a 2-on-2, and then they won the 2-on-2. So technically, that battle turned into a battle they both won. There was no announcement like, oh, Ben Grimm lost. But people are putting that in their head because Adam went so hard. They already are judging him as the winner. So anybody who's getting mad that Adam won is actually admitting that they think Adam won. Do you understand what I'm saying here?
Yeah, and I will say though that
it's absolutely what Dizaster said. You know, how you interpret the end of the film is more of a reflection of who you are and your own value system, right? Your own value system than some value system intrinsic to the film.
That's real shit.
I mean, because you play the villain. You play the villain Megaton, right?
Yeah, right.
And so at the end, Adam, you know, kind of, you're picking on his friends.
Thing too, but continue.
Yeah, and so Adam comes in and lays it on you, and then your character actually raises his hand as a victor in that battle. Is what I think leaves the interpretation that he walks away with.
I wanted to say, Megaton is not a villain. See, that's another thing, that when you're watching it, you're assuming. There's a lot of movies where there's somebody that's annoying you the whole movie and they're such a piece of shit, but they turn out to be the good guy. And this is kind of one of those situations. Actually, Megaton is a man with a code of honor and a man that lives by a code. He just wants to be beat. He just wants somebody to give him competition. This is why I didn't smoke Che in the living room. I could have shot him in the head and killed all his friends, but I didn't because I want to beat him in a battle. Shooting him is not good enough. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much who Megaton is. He's a good guy that pretty much has a code, and if you cross him, he'll crush you. And I'm pretty much the same in real life.
I'm scared. No, but I was going to ask you, so watching the movie, you know, all your performances are incredible. And, you know, Adam comes in, does this, and you raise his hand.
Right.
Watching it back, do you think he was the winner? Do you think he won? Do you think he did better than your character? Let me see what I said to him.
I said to him, man, I tried that beginning part where I was like, maybe nobody wants to procreate with your Macaulay Culkin traits and have the same pointy nose and oval shape, Topher Grace, Norman Bates looking bony face. Yeah, it's pretty much won that.
Good. So good.
And he really looked like all those things. Like, I don't know. And then I said, they got me out here in the Golden State battling with the same little white bitch that Tupac and Kobe raped. Like, come on, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not accusing them, just saying some punchlines.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, on some bar shit, your man right here did his thing, but, you know, I punched him, so I fucked up, man. Like, he stayed true to the battle thing. That was at the end. I'm the one who lost my cool. He kept it cool. And that's why I had to give it up to him, because he literally stayed to the code of honor, got mad, and that's it. I raised his hand because he won fair and square.
So it was more, it was more of like just kind of respect. Like you know, I not only did I destroy you with lyrically, I hit you and you still, you know, still came back.
That's what it was, more than reviewing my bars and seeing if I.
And then another question I'm curious about: Ben Grimm is kind of portrayed as like, you know, the best in the movie universe, in the game, right? And I'm curious if you watching him as a battle rapper, if you watching his performances in the movie, if you would agree that he's like, you know, the best.
I don't know, because Adam went so much harder than him in such a small period of time. So like, how could he be like, he was the best, but his protege like surpassed him. And yeah, we're saying he's a piece of shit at the end, but we're not denying that. See, this is again back to the fact, like, can a white guy rap? Of course a white guy can rap.
Anyone can rap. The question this movie asks is not can a white guy rap, but should a white guy rap? That's more of the moral dilemma here. Again,
that's a good question too, but I'm saying, like, as long as that white, red, yellow, purple, brown, green guy knows how to rap and has bars, of course he can. That's the whole point. Like, you just gotta live this shit and you gotta breathe it. That guy gave up everything to be part of it, including his soul. So,
which is also a good metaphor for the world we live in at large, because, you know, we were kind of taking this unique culture, ripping into shreds, ripping it into little pieces. We're all kind of organizing ourselves into these little niche tribes that are really, if you want to be draconian about it, really niche product categories for the corporations of the future to really just isolate products for us and design living experiences directly for our niche product categories that we're organizing ourselves into. And Adam is a guy that has said F you to the uniculture, F you to the culture at large, and said, this is my ecosystem, this is my community, this is where I want to be revered and respected, and f everything else.
I think in the answer his question, should Adam rap? I think the answer for me is yes. And the reason why Adam is allowed to rap is because he sacrificed everything for it. If he would have came in it as a visitor to just rap and get all the benefits off it and go back into his little Berkeley life, then he's a culture appropriating piece of shit that doesn't deserve to rap. But since he bled for it, and since he lost everything and slept on a bench and lost his tooth and still wanted to battle again, he's a battle rapper.